It was midnight. All the people of the village were sleeping deeply. Bhima was preparing to irrigate his fields at night. But his wife Neha was stopping him from even going. Neha says, "If you want to irrigate your fields, then go in the morning. What is the need to go at midnight? You are not listening. The sound of dogs crying is continuously coming." Bhima says, "The fields still need irrigation. And I should go in the morning. Neha, it is very important for me to go now. Otherwise, the entire crop will be ruined. And dogs often cry at night." Neha says, "People say that whenever dogs howl at night, some bad omen definitely happens around the old ruins of that forest." Bhima says, "You too, Neha, cross limits. I do not believe in these things." Neha says, "No. You listen to me. Don't go today. I don't feel right." Bhima says, "Don't stop me, Neha. I am not going alone. I am taking my friend Ramesh along with me." Saying this, Bhima went away. In the cold night, Ramesh and his friend Bhima went to irrigate the fields. The cold was in full force. Both of them had lit a fire to protect themselves from the cold. Both of them were not far from that wretched ruin. Suddenly, a heart-wrenching scream was heard in both of their ears. The scream was of a woman. Hearing the scream, a wave of fear ran through Ramesh's body. Ramesh says, "Afraid, Bhima? Did you hear anything?" Bhima, who was a tall, strong young man, like his name, and said, Bhima says, "Yes. I have also clearly heard that scream, which came from that ruin." Then, suddenly again with shouts of "Save, save," and the sounds of crying were heard again. Both of them got worried after hearing all this. Suddenly, with some decision in his mind, Bhima picked up the stick in his hand and walked towards the ruins. Ramesh says, "What madness are you doing, Bhima? We should leave from here. I feel like something is wrong. And I was refusing to come tonight anyway. I have come here only because of you." Bhima says, "Go away. You coward. Just think. If someone is really in danger there, shouldn't we help him? Should we leave him here to die there?" Ramesh became silent due to this question of Bhima. And Bhima, running away, entered that terrible forest. Within a short time, after a while, both of them were standing in the middle of the dense forest. Both of them were trying to see, with their eyes wide open in the dense fog. Within a short time, the screams of that woman, once again, reached both of their ears. Bhima and Ramesh started running in the direction of scream. Both of them had reached a short distance, when suddenly, someone came running very fast from the front and directly collided with Bhima, and he fell on the ground with a thud. There was a woman who collided with him. Out of fear, She clung to Bhima and was screaming, "Save me, save me! They will kill me! Save me!" Having said this, she lost her senses in Bhima's arms and became unconscious. Seeing her beauty, Bhima lost his senses and looked at Ramesh and said, "Bhima says, go, bring water quickly, because it is necessary to bring him back to consciousness." Ramesh says, "Come to your senses, Bhima. I am not feeling well. Just look closely. And I do not see any other person present here except this woman." Bhima says, "Okay. If you don't go then, I will go." Ramesh says, "Okay. I am leaving." Ramesh went from there to get water. A short distance away from there was that desolate ruin, near which there was an old well. As soon as Ramesh reached near that well, suddenly the sounds of hundreds of bells started coming from that ruin, and within no time, that ruin started glowing with light. Suddenly, Ramesh heard the heart-wrenching screams of Bhima in his ears. Ramesh immediately started running towards Bhima, but as soon as he reached near Bhima, he got goosebumps after seeing the scene in front of him. A woman with a very scary black face was standing in front of him, and Bhima's dead body, soaked in blood, was lying on the ground. Within no time, that horrible-looking, dark-skinned woman started eating the flesh from Bhima's dead body. Seeing this, Ramesh screamed. Before Ramesh could run away suddenly, Ramesh was surrounded by black shadows. All of them, the faces were very scary. Suddenly, that black-skinned woman, flying, sat on Ramesh's chest. A heart-wrenching scream from Ramesh pierced the silence. The next day, the news of Bhima and Ramesh's disappearance spread like wildfire. A person from the village asked the chief, "Chief, enough is enough. Whenever dogs cry in this village, it is a bad omen. The incidents of disappearance of people living here have been happening since the time of our forefathers, and we are not able to do anything. How long will our youth continue to disappear mysteriously near those ruins?" Chief says, "I don't care what you think. Attempts have been made to break that ruin 1,000 times. And whenever that ruin is broken, the next day, the ruin itself gets rebuilt in its place." Person says, "Then this means that we all should leave this village now. This secret will never be revealed again." Chief says, "Many tantrics and saints tried to find out, but they could not find out. Some even lost their lives. But this time, I have called a very accomplished Saint Bhairav. It is said that he is so powerful that the past, and it can come easily in the future too." Then, the voice of Saint Bhairav reached the ears of the villagers. Bhairav came and stood close to the chief. The chief told saints the whole situation with folded hands. Bhairav says, "It's night. This is the right time. Come with me." And yes, Whoever has petrol in this village, take it. And all the villagers should be shocked, and come with me to that ruin. Saying this, all the villagers came to the ruins with Saint Barov closed his eyes. As soon as Barov closed his eyes, a very strong wind started blowing. After some time Barov suddenly opened his eyes and said, "Chief, did you see anything with your divine vision?" Barov says, "Yes, Chief. I saw. I went to the past and saw everything." Saint Barov screamed. Barov says, "Callow. His name is Callow. For many years, it has been killing the young people here, and eating their bones along with their flesh." Hearing the saint's words, fear started appearing in the eyes of all the villagers. Barov says, "This is during the British era, when this village, the village was famous for revolutionaries. At that time, a woman was here in these ruins, whose name was Callow. Callow was a very beautiful and dangerous woman, who had illicit physical relations with many British officers. Callow was expert in black magic. In order to please the devil, she used to sacrifice the women and men of the village by capturing them by the British in order to always look young and beautiful. And after sacrificing them, she used to eat their raw meat. When the revolutionaries got wind of this, they had Callow crucified alive on the wall. But Callow had already traded her soul with the devil. After death, Callow became a devil. But now his time is over. Saying this, Barov started reciting the mantra in a very loud voice. And suddenly, the wall of that ruin burst, and a terrible, dark-skinned woman came out of it. Callow says, "Who are you?" But Barov did not respond to his words. He went closer to Callow out of fear. And suddenly, Barov held Callow's hand. As soon as she held Callow's hand, she started screaming badly. Barov says, "Everyone pour petrol on it, and set it on fire." And within no time, she started burning. And she started screaming horrifyingly. And then turned into black smoke and sank into the ground. And the ruins themselves, it broke and fell down.